Hi, you are the surveillance state. Your big brother. Big brother not watching you. Your big brother. Yeah. Welcome to Psyche's Thoughts. My name is not Psyche. It's Elizabeth. You're here. I'm here. We're here because I've decided every day I'm going to come on here and share random thought with you all to unleash the burden. And as always, if I look this way, it's because I have notes. Notes. I'm trying to get this done real quickly. Trying to get it done really quickly. So I probably won't. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever I get out to you is what I get out to you. We'll have a conversation regardless or not. But I hope we do. What do I mean by your big brother? Well, is that what I said? I said you're the surveillance state. What do I mean by that? Okay. So we lately there has been a lot of conversation about surveillance and monitoring. I know some people saw the ad with I was gonna say Zoom, the ring cameras, and the I think Amazon bought those. That is terrifying. I think Amazon bought Ring. That is so scary, actually. But did you see the ad with the Ring cameras where they're telling you that they can use the Ring cameras to find people's lost dogs? Hallelujah. Okay. All right. Mind you, people can hack into those, but we're not gonna talk about that. Okay. Anyway, that had a lot of people a little scared, a little concerned, but I want us to take a step back and examine ourselves because we tend to talk about surveillance and the surveillance state like it's this, big thing. Oh, the government is watching you, or like, big brother's watching you. But we never really discuss how regular people are actively participating in it every single day. Like, for example, taking pictures of strangers and putting them on the internet. Remember that other viral video of the lady being with her daughter with the water on her head being recorded, and she launches the water at the man because he's recording her, and everyone was like, that's a well some no, I feel like a lot. I think the general consensus was don't record people, but like, some people were like, that's a gross overreaction. And maybe it was. But imagine how it feels to have to be watched and someone recording you, and you're not knowing what they're going to do with that recording, right? Um, Screenshotting private messages and blasting them on the internet. Oh, digging through other people's phones, going through other people's phones just to see, just to be nosy. You take a screenshot of somebody something and then posting it in the group chat, discussing, dissecting. Story times, exposing people, story times, lying about people. Why are we so comfortable turning real people into like content, turning like unconsenting people into entertainment? I feel like for a lot of people, their curiosity about what other people have going on overrides any sort of like decency or like concept of consent. I feel like a lot of people feel uh, there's like, I guess, this casual entitlement to like, well, you're in my sphere of like, you're in front of me right now, so therefore I have some sort of right or to take a picture of you or to take something from you and then put it somewhere that you don't want it or that you didn't say that you wanted it, right? I think we criticize the government a lot for the invasion of privacy, but we screen recording people's close friends. And I'm not saying, but notice how I'm saying we and not y'all, because this is, I feel like I've done some of these things. It's not funny, Elizabeth. It's not funny. It's not funny, but there's a cognitive dissonance there, right? And this channel is about, well, I don't know what this channel is. Well, I do know what this channel. Anyway, okay. Social media has gamified exposure, right? And so attention is currency. So people's motivations behind doing certain things is going viral. So if they think that, hey, I see something interesting going on, if I can post it, maybe I can go viral, and that overrides anything else, right? So that incentivize or rewards broadcasting other people's personal or private or just like people's everyday moments, right? And then we also have to talk about that's scary. I don't have a lisp, I think. But I used to have braces. But anyway, we also have to talk about the algorithms that encourage and reward humiliation, algorithms that reward outrage, right? So they post things, so things that are outrageous. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Things things that are outrageous get pushed on the platform in a way that other things don't, right? And so yeah, I think that people think that when we think about the surveillance state, we think top down, when really, 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 it's bottom up, right? If we're monitoring each other and reporting what we see to social media, not knowing who has access to that social media, I, you know, we're conditioning ourselves to be officers of a surveillance state. Monitor, document, report, and amplify. We are big brother. But yeah, I mean, I guess there could be like a psychological layer to why people decide to be nosy. It could be like boredom. There could be like some sort of moral superiority or validation or a desire for missing out, or like attention, a desire for attention, right? If I post, one time I seen a picture of this guy, there were two homeless people on the street um having intercourse, and he took a picture in front of them. That was disturbing. That was definitely for attention. Yeah, I think that sometimes people want to be the first to expose something because it makes them feel really powerful. It makes them feel like they're uncovering a sort of truth, right? But it's not real power. It's just like voyeurism. Yeah, I don't know, but I think I want to acknowledge the moral inconsistency that we as general public tend to have, because we all personally, on a personal level, value our privacy. We don't want our data being tracked. We don't want to be watched, right? We don't want, we don't want those things, but we stalk people, we screenshot, we investigate, we post things that really have nothing to do with us. And yeah, I don't know. Just so I guess I'm going to end this by asking you a question. Do you believe in privacy, or do you just believe in your own privacy? Yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say, I think. I mean, yeah, obviously, I don't know, like, obviously, if you see a crime, I think the most important thing to do would be to, in any way, help. And yeah, documentation of crimes help a lot, right? And things that are and people that are dangerous, right? Those things help a lot. But most time, well, I wouldn't say most times, but there is a considerable amount of the time where people just like post people so that those people can get made fun of on the internet. And that sort of behavior is what I'm questioning now. Okay, that's all I had to say. Do you value privacy or just your own? Anyway, if you're watching this at night, have a good night. If you're watching this any other time, you have a good time, okay? If you want to see more of me, you can see me psychesthoughts.com. You can see more of me on this channel. Right there. You can subscribe, you can like, you can share this with somebody who's nosy so they can try to stop being nosy. Um, you can comment. What can you do? You can do whatever you want, really. It's your world, honestly. Okay, bye bye. See you tomorrow.